scene. TMG.
Boxing for 5 minutes before we close. Good, we can always talk basketball another time.
Okay,
let's talk about this guy who I used to rate. I'm starting to rate less and less for his own. Mr. Tyson Fury. What is he on? Like it doesn't seem like he has a plan. It looked like he was clearly on something last week. I don't know if he was. Allegedly, it looked like he took some white stuff before. It looked a bit weird when he took a Monday deadline. So, what do you think?
Was he rubbing his nose?
He was doing. He was just. He looked like he was there.
Was he rubbing his nose though?
I don't know how he was.
I mean, apparently, according to Frank Warren and their side, apparently he's just been impatient with the fact that no fight's been made, and that's why he's applying this severe amount of unrealistic pressure for AJ to sign a deal. Obviously, and he's making it publicly known, so the public won't bring his back. But obviously, we don't know the intricacies of the deal, and whether or not the deal actually suits AJ to sign. Because AJ, you know, he's in a bad spot, a bad position. You can't just sign any deal. So I'm sorry, you can't just sign a deal where there's nothing working in your favor. He's really taking 60-40, which he should. But if the broadcasters, the Zone, BT, that's in your favor. All the other stuff that's not in your favor, you can't just sign another deal. Sorry to go on the tangent, but it's like apparently what's happening with Spence and Crawford. I heard recently from Max Unboxing, Max Kellerman, and Insider, I can't remember his name. In fact, apparently Insider from ESPN was breaking that apparently what's his name? The owner of PDC, what's his face again? I forget his name. But he's apparently not willing to reveal the total costs or the total revenue to Crawford. Just saying, to sign this deal, you're gonna get the split, not really the
actual total
cost on the back end. And Crawford is just as important as Errol Spence. Even though Errol Spence is the A side financially, but Crawford is not like a D side. He still needs to see the total books to see if he's still getting a fair shake. And so and that Max Kellerman said, and I have to kind of believe if they're not going to do that, which seems petty, that kind of seems like a duck. So, I mean, you have to let them know the books. Yes, Errol Spence.
Is it Alham?
Alham, that's it, yeah. Yes, Errol Spence, if they're not going 50-50, Errol Spence is more of a commercial draw. Errol Spence deserved in that regard. He's got 3 belts to get more of the commercial value, but not by much. He's not at 70-30, 55, 45, 60, 40 at stretch. But all the other back-end money, you got to at least let him see the total value that's of the fight. You know what I mean? So you know, for him to make an informed decision. So that was a bit tricky. But yeah, Fury, he's doing a lot. To be honest, when it came around, obviously I wanted to get it done, but I thought they said just putting this out there and then when AJ backs out, he's got an excuse to say, "Oh, I'm fighting this random guy, Manuel Char," which is what obviously Fury loves to do. He loves to fight on a no name. He's fought big guys. But then he also gone on a few fights fighting no names. So
he put Otto well in when he was warming up. Hey, at the end of it, just make. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. In boxing now, we've been kind of robbed of getting the fights that we want. So I don't know. Like the future boxing is always. I'm not really impressed. I think all we do is hype, and then we get a fight when. It's too late. We never get to see 2 guys in this prime, and it's kind of disappointing for what boxing is and the legacy of boxing when you had Ali and all those guys, or you had the 4 kings. Boxing isn't. It doesn't have the big draws. It doesn't have the big names, and kind of just needs reform. Or take someone to really big to get into the game and really reform it to where the money's all under a unified name, and there's not so many different belts, but.
That's the first issue. There's too many different belts, but there's too much money in it. When the money diminishes, that's when reform will happen. So in times of chaos and uncertainty, and
it should be under one house.
If boxing goes under a quote unquote recession, that's when you'll see that. Cool.
If boxing was under one house and there's just one belt, I think it would just make this.
Like I said, it's going to be hard for you to say, so if you make 100 million per fight, you make 20 million per fight. Instead of you getting all this money, all these assurances and these benefits, when they're taken all away from you.
Hey,
if it's forcibly taken away because the interest of boxing just wanes that much, then the reform will have to happen because they need to try and get back to their former heights. I thought the pandemic might do that. That's why during the pandemic period, we were forced to see bigger fights because that's the only way they could have recouped the piece that they lost. Because people are only gonna in terms of managing the pay-per-view numbers and ensuring that the pay-per-view numbers are the max. We had to put on fights that people really cared about.
That's true.
If you didn't put, you couldn't do these Mickey Mouse fights and expect people to be watching on TV, and because you're gonna miss out on the gate receipts, which is a decent amount of money and stuff like that. But we'll see. I'm 50-50 on the fight happening. I'm not too sure.
Both 50-50 on both fights happening.
Now, I still feel the turn score for the L Spence fight happened. There's too much money to be lost. Whatever happens this year, may happen next year, but it will happen within the next 12 months, definitely. The Fury AJ fight happening next, I don't know, because there's just too much back and forth and it's uncertainty, and maybe you have to be a real insider to understand what's going on. It's like, who do you believe? It's crazy. But yeah, I mean, that's my last words, my last stance, my last stand.
And thank you for this 2-man game. You gave me a condensed version. We gave you quality today.
Quality, not quantity.
We're back in 2 days' time to go in depth. We got some MMA Doka to talk. We got some NBA pre-season. I mean, we got a lot to delve into. 2-man game.
But yeah, make sure you like and subscribe.
TMG.
Follow us on all socials. That'll be the Apple, the Instagram and the Twitter. Make sure you listen to us audibly, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Push those numbers up. I think we're just below 200 subscribers. Push us up.
Push us up, man.
We're trying to make it. We want us to keep doing what we do, get us to the next level. Obviously, we need to be a bit more consistent. Life's been crazy, but you gotta push us up, man. Keep pushing. We're trying to push that P. Push the P. Let's get it.
Let's go.
Cheers. We're out.
Let's take this picture before.
What episode is this?
89.